WWE Creative has nothing for these stars. Major AEW plans forced to change. And wrestling has its next hottest feud. Tony Khan versus Disco Inferno. I'm Oli Davis, and this is the WrestleTalk News.
Support WrestleTalk!
Breaking news before we get into this video's main stories. He's making a list. He's checking it twice. He's going to find out who's naughty and nice. And the naughty ones, he's going to physically assault at wrestling shows. Father Christmas attacked John Wayne Murdoch at the ICW No Holds Barred event in New Jersey on Saturday the 16th of December, helping Tara Zepp pick up the win. There's speculation Father Christmas was actually WWE Hall of Famer Mick Foley, going on the guy's moveset, body shape, and well-known love of Santa Claus, which would make his first in-ring getting physical appearance in years. Please be careful out there this festive season. Father Christmas's jacket is red for a reason. It drips from the blood of his enemies. Unfortunately for some WWE stars, they're on neither the naughty or nice list. They're on the dreaded creative has nothing for you one. Fightful Select has updated us on the status of 3 WWE wrestlers: Amos, Dexter Lumis, and Odyssey Jones. Lumis returned to WWE on the 8th of August 2022 as one of the first signings under Triple H's new regime, but he hasn't worked in-ring for the company, not on Raw, NXT, Main Event, not even on live events, since beating Akira Tozawa on the 29th of May. That means he hasn't been booked on any programming for almost half a year. Fightful writes that even though Lumis isn't injured, he hasn't been booked on any of WWE's house show dates. He's reportedly ready to work however he's needed, but as of right now, it's that old, dreaded line: WWE Creative has nothing for him. It's the same with Amos, who hasn't been seen on WWE TV since the Battle Royal on SummerSlam 4 months ago. Unlike Lumis, however, Amos has still been wrestling on WWE's touring dates, beating Akira Tozawa every other night. Akira Tozawa wrestles everybody on live shows. According to Fightful, this is because WWE want to use Amos as a special attraction on TV, like his last notable feud against Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 39. That's a thing that happened. That was a thing that happened this year. But as of right now, there are few, if any, creative pitches heading his way. The final wrestler in Fightful's report was supposed Raw star Odyssey Jones. Despite not having a single main roster televised appearance this year and wrestling dark matches on SmackDown shows since the summer, Jones was drafted to Monday Night Raw back in May. He's similarly been lingering on a few live event matches here and there, probably against Akira Tozawa, but there has been at least one creative pitch made for him backstage: to join the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley's Not the Hurt Business faction. This hasn't got past the pitch stage though. In more, there's no news. Fight fans have an update on Mandy Rose's potential return to WWE. It's currently not happening, but in an interesting note, both sides might be open to it. Rose was shockingly booked to lose her NXT Women's Championship and then released by WWE in December 2022 because she was posting saucy content on her FanTime page, or so I'm told. However, Fight Fans reports an in-ring return is something WWE would certainly come to the table to talk about. They're not against it if it suits both parties. Triple H and Shawn Michaels still think very highly of her, so there is nothing on a personal level from the company's side stopping a return. The holdup might actually be on Mandy's side. As she said in interviews, she has no urge to return to the ring, and she's making loads of money with her FanTime page, a page she'd have to shut down if she returned to WWE. Instead of focusing their efforts on Rose, Lumis, Amos, or Odyssey Jones, WWE seemed to have another high-profile target in mind, as the chances they could sign the biggest wrestling name outside of North America just buried. Damn it, I meant bloomed! That joke will make sense in about a minute. Sports Illustrated have reported that Kazuchika Okada's New Japan contract is set to expire at the end of January, where both AEW and WWE are expected to try to sign him. According to the Wrestling Observer newsletter, that's why WWE started pushing Okada's old mentor Shinsuke Nakamura again, as the two remain close in an effort to show Okada that Japanese wrestlers are treated much better by the new Triple H regime than they were under Vince McMahon. McMahon, where Vince McMahon booked Jinder Mahal to make racist jokes at Nakamura in 2017. WWE in 2023 is a much better place for Japanese wrestling talent to get exposed, like Akira Tozawa losing to everyone on live shows. Despite fight fans reporting Okada was not on WWE's radar for the immediate future, Super J-Cast have posted. It appears that the bloom may be off the rose for Okada and NJPW. It just seems New Japan is struggling to re-sign Okada to another contract. That's all that tweet has to say. But just one more thing. How about that capitalized B on the word bloom? The same name as the most notorious agent in professional wrestling. Barry Bloom has represented talent like Chris Jericho, Brock Lesnar, and Goldberg in the past, and more recently led talks to renegotiate Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, and Hangman Page's AEW contracts, along with Will Ospreay's move from New Japan to AEW too. Super J-Cast are implying that Okada has enlisted Bloom's services for his own negotiations, a heavy indicator that he will be leaving New Japan. Sean Ross Sapp has added, the Barry Bloom Kazuchika Okada rumors are nowhere near official. However, it wouldn't surprise me to see them come to fruition. Where Okada goes next year will be significant, not just because the promotion will get one of the greatest wrestlers of the modern era, but because of the larger implications for the global wrestling landscape. If Okada goes to WWE, that's a huge step in Triple H changing the perception of how his promotion treats foreign stars. Something he's obviously passionate about, like as you saw back down in NXT, or even on the main roster with how well Io Sky's SmackDown Women's title reign has been booked. Getting Okada would be the biggest advertising sign to non-US talent that WWE is a great place to work. But if Okada signs with AEW, I don't know how long New Japan will put up with their Forbidden Door relationship, because that Forbidden Door just seems to be a way for AEW to sneak in and steal their talent. If Okada goes, that would make 3 of New Japan's biggest stars jumping ship to AEW in a year period. Okada, Ospreay, and Jay White. The original sin of AEW was actually taking a lot of major talent from New Japan too, with the Elite all leaving at the same time, a move that so offended New Japan management they wouldn't work with them for the first few years. Over in AEW, there's been a major health scare for one of their top stars, Kenny Omega. On Friday, 15th of December, Omega posted a picture of him in a hospital bed saying he's out indefinitely, and he was lucky doctors caught me when they did. Dave Meltzer provided more details on Wrestling Observer Radio, revealing Omega has diverticulitis, a potentially very serious disease of the digestive tract, the same condition that threatened Brock Lesnar's life in 2009. Which makes me feel pretty bad for joking about how bad Kenny's promo segment was on Wednesday's Dynamite. Omega apparently had bad bloating and pain, which he thought was a hernia. That's why he kept training and even wrestled Ethan Page on the 9th of December episode of Collision. It was so bad by the time he did the promo with Jericho on Dynamite, he went to the hospital where they diagnosed diverticulitis. If he had not gone in for another day or so, it could have been horrendous. It was a very, very serious situation by the time he got to the hospital. Look, I know nobody wants to be in Jericho's storylines right now, but this is getting out of hand. Omega had just announced he and Jericho would be challenging Ricky Starks and Big Bill for the AEW Tag Team Championships at World's End. That's obviously no longer happening. Apparently he thought he would only be in a backstage capacity at Dynamite, but ended up in the live in-ring promo with Jericho. Even though he wasn't feeling his best, he pressed on. There is no timetable for his return to AEW, and as a result, Omega has been removed from any immediate creative plans. His tag title match at the pay-per-view and being pulled from a tentative match on this week's Dynamite. But don't worry, AEW have already got a backup match in the works for World's End. Tony Khan versus Disco Inferno. Former WCW star Disco Inferno is a consistently vocally negative voice on AEW, like on the 17th of December when he replied to Tony Khan's innocent tweet asking how AEW fans were. Like the shows need a reset, which Tony Khan seems to have read and presumably decided Disco Inferno is an apt name, because then he sent him to the Burns unit, replying, "The belief that you're an irrelevant parasite unites the entire pro wrestling community. Hashtag AEW Collision." Love how he still uses the AEW Collision hashtag. Get that sumbitch trending. What are the 10 best pay-per-view opening matches of all time? Find out in Tables, Lists and Shares.